Good afternoon again. I have somebody else here with us that's very special. This is Tabitha Westbrook. She is a licensed professional therapist. And today we're going to be doing an EMDR special demonstration. This is based on a session that you're hosting this afternoon. And sadly, it's only for 15 people due to the nature of it. And so a lot of people were wanting to get in. So I said, why don't we do this here? And that way, for those who are not able to attend and for those who are not attending today, you can get a demonstration of what EMDR is and how it is beneficial. So I'll let her introduce herself and begin.
Hey there, I am Tabitha Westbrook. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, licensed clinical mental health counselor, and licensed professional counselor, as well as a certified clinical trauma professional. Have a practice in Wake Forest, North Carolina, and I'm licensed in Texas, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Florida. So I'm going to hang out here with Lauren, and we're going to do what is called resourcing. So basically, this creates a bit of a soft bed to land on while we're doing reprocessing. And this is kind of like, I like to joke and say that it's sort of mindfulness on steroids, so that you can kind of understand like this is a relaxing way of doing things. And what Lauren and I are going to do today is a guided visualization where we use the bilateral stimulation. So EMDR stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And you use back and forth or dual attention stimulus, bilateral stimulation, depends on who your therapist is as to what they call it and how long ago they were trained and everything. Yeah. And there's a number of ways you can do it. One is like manual with the finger moving. You've probably seen that online, or maybe Grey's Anatomy or something. And then there is other ways to do it. And we're going to use tappers. Lauren's got the tappers right now. And all they do is buzz. So they have a little light on them so you can follow the light with your eyes if you want to. And I'll just turn it on for a half second so you can see the lights. See if they're blinking. Are they blinking? Are we blinking?
They are blinking.
They're blinking. Sure. It's real faint. Yes. Might be hard to see in here, but they do blink and they vibrate. And so in that space, you can follow it with your eyes. And also you don't have to. You can close your eyes if you want to and just go with that. You can also use sound. So I have headphones that we could put in it. It would have sound. And then if you were doing it online, there are platforms that use both sound and like basically a ball that goes back and forth. And you can follow it with your eyes. And the platform I use, your ball can be different shapes. I have a client who really loves using a dog-shaped one. And so we do that. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. And it can be as effective online as it is in person.
Yes, absolutely. I've experienced counseling online with myself, and it's been very, very effective for me.
Yep. So we are going to do what is called the peaceful place. And it's a guided visualization that I am going to walk Lauren through just like if she were in my office. So I'm going to look at her a lot. We won't be looking at the camera a lot, but I'm going to try to talk maybe a little louder than I would in a session so that you guys can really hear what I'm saying. And hopefully this will give you an idea of a little bit about what maybe resourcing looks like and a little bit of a taste of EMDR.
Yes, and I also close my eyes. I've done EMDR therapy, and so I close my eyes during it because that's just how my brain works. So yes, do that.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
So let's start by taking a deep breath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through this visualization, and we're going to talk through it. Every now and again, I'm going to ask you what you notice. And in about a sentence or two, tell me what you're noticing.
All right.
Doesn't matter what you're noticing. There literally is no wrong answer. So you're going to notice whatever you notice and just tell me what that is.
All right.
When I ask you to take a deep breath, I'm going to take it with you. And I do that for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
One, it reminds you to breathe if you forget.
Yes.
If you hear me do it, you'll do it too.
Yes.
The other thing is we're creating what's called an auditory anchor.
Okay.
And so as you learn these skills and you relax into them, the minute you start to breathe, your brain goes, oh, we know what to do here, and starts the relaxation process immediately. So that is a super fun thing. Okay. So I will breathe with you, so don't be surprised by that.
All right. Thank you for letting me know.
No problem. So the purpose of this exercise is to help you kind of settle into a place where you've maybe been or can imagine going. So I want you to bring to mind a place that either you've been that you find super restful, or even an imagined place. Like it could be Narnia or space or the moon, whatever works. The only rules are there cannot be other people there, and definitely not pets. Though we love our pets, they can sometimes be a little frustrating. So we want to keep them out of it as well. The only person who you're allowed to bring into it is God.
Okay.
if that's comfortable, right? And I know
Yes.
that sometimes people are a little afraid of God and they don't want to do that either, and that's okay
Yes,
too.
no, that is okay.
We can talk together to come up with a place if you need to, but do you have something coming to mind?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. So I want you to really let this place come into focus. I want you to scan your senses, allow each sense to really experience the place. Think about what you're seeing, how you describe the colors, what the sounds are, if there's any sound in your place. Think about whether there are smells or tastes, and if there are, notice those as well. Notice where your hands and feet are in this place and what sensations they might be experiencing. So what are you noticing now?
I'm in a peaceful place and I hear the waves crashing against the rocks and I smell the salt air and I can feel it. It's warm, it's breezy, it's just perfect.
Okay, go with that. Okay, take a deep breath.
Wow.
And take a moment now to really absorb all the details.
Mm-hmm.
Consider what is most noticeable to you. Really soak it all in.
Okay.
What are you noticing now?
I feel at peace and like God was speaking to me.
Okay, go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take a deep breath. Notice what you're doing in this place, whether you're still or in motion.
I'm with God.
Okay.
And He's speaking.
All right, go with that. Okay, take a deep breath. And take a moment to let yourself just absorb some final details.
Mm-hmm.
Really let yourself be fully and mindfully in this place. What are you noticing now?
I feel at peace. I just feel at peace.
Okay, go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take a deep breath. Remember, you can go back to this place anytime that you need to. Anytime you need just kind of a break or some rest, you can always go back in your mind to this peaceful place
Mm-hmm.
and give yourself a few moments there and really allow your body to sense into it. try to make it something that your whole self does.
Mhm.
And if you need to, take a big stretch, shake it out like Taylor Swift.
Oh my goodness.
All
I
the
feel
things you
amazing.
do.
That was incredible. Oh my goodness. My mind was made very happy. So I can describe it. It was like God spoke to me there, and I was at a place I was at recently where God was speaking peace to me, and I was watching the waves crash, and I felt like God was saying, He's the one that controls the waves. He's the one that makes them go up and down. And when I surrender my life to Him and trust Him and His Spirit and His ways and His order, He's also directing my life the way it should go, and I'm flowing with Him and not needing to control everything because He's in control. So
It's a really peaceful place.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I can let go of everything, enjoy the beauty, and trust God in my life. And I feel like not only I did just experience this, but I feel like my brain has been reprocessed. Like I feel less anxiety, and I'm like, I really feel this. It's amazing.
It's a wild experience. And
it is.
You guys, if you were watching the video, will notice that I was watching Lauren as we were doing this. And I'm making sure that she's good to go, that there's no signs of distress. I'm watching her body language as she processes things just to make sure she's in a good space for this. And I do that throughout everything just to make sure that I'm in tune with what's happening. And I really try to, this is going to sound a little woo-woo, but I promise you it's not, catch the vibe of my client, so that I can make sure that I'm just tracking with them and that we're staying in a safe place, right? We all have a window of tolerance, and sometimes that window is bigger or smaller depending on the day.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure that my clients are staying in the window.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. And yes, you can, I will link her website, The Journey in the Process, in the comments, and then you can contact her too, and you establish a appointment with you or one of your
one of our team. We have 5
teams.
therapists, and everybody's trained in EMDR or brain spotting.
And they're also trained in domestic violence as well.
Yes, we are very much trained in domestic abuse and coercive control.
I believe they're in the advocacy course.
Yes, all of our team has taken the advocacy course, and we are all trained in domestic abuse and coercive control. We do not play around with that stuff, and we know what we're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're trauma specialists, so we're not just, trauma informed. Like, this is what we do all day, every day.
Yes, so you can help somebody who comes into domestic violence and trauma get to a place of peace, like I just felt right now, and to be able to walk forward in their life and just kind of control all of the chaos they feel inside themselves.
Well, heal it, man. So you don't have to be all chaotic on the inside.
Yeah,
right?
That would be a better idea. Instead of control it, let's get rid of the chaos.
Right. We want to have fun. We want you to live. Our goal is, it's okay not to be okay, but you don't have to stay there. And we want you to live the abundant life that God has for you. And we 100% know He is a God who heals. Like, He just is. It's what He does. And it talks about it all throughout Scripture. And we totally believe that that's possible, no matter what you have been through. And I promise you, you cannot tell us something we have not heard.
Yes.
I promise you. You can't be like, it's too bad. I promise you it is not.
Yes. And the one thing I appreciate about therapists in a safe place is, like, sometimes people can be so afraid that they talk to a therapist that they're going to be judged and get in a situation where they're like, well, what did you do to cause this? That does not happen with Tabitha and her team. They are very informed, very understanding, very empathetic, and no domestic violence. Will be like, well, let's think about this and be willing to stand up and say, hey, that's not okay. This is domestic violence, which we have heard from a lot of our clients. That's been great. So thank you.
And we also partner with churches. So with a release, we don't do anything without a release, but with a release, we are willing to partner with churches and help your pastors and elders understand how to help you best also. And, to help keep you safe, because we know that church community is an important community, and we want, like Call to Peace, it's one of the reasons that we love working with Call to Peace. We, like you, want to see churches really excel at this.
Yes.
And most pastors aren't terrible. They just aren't informed. And so we want to be part of that process to help be part of that wraparound care so that you have what you need, right? Counseling is an off-ramp on the highway of life. We do what we have to do, and then we send you on your way with a wave, and you hopefully think about us fondly. That's pretty much it. But we want you healed and out doing the amazing things and being who God created you to be. And you are beautiful and wonderful. And sometimes we don't feel that way because of things that have happened to us, but I can 100% tell you that can be different.
It can. Absolutely. And we've seen transformation with so many women that been through Tabitha and other therapists that do this, and just being like, wow, I was in so much trauma and PTSD, and now I'm walking free. And it's great. So thank you so much for joining us.
You're so welcome.
Excited. Yes. And so I'll drop her links if you have any questions below.
Do you have a question?
Kathy is always on it. She has already dropped the link below. Thank you,
Awesome.
Kathy. You're
Thank you.
amazing. I appreciate you so much. So Kathy has already dropped Tabitha's practice below, so you can reach out to her, and she'll be doing the EMDR session today, which is already full, but you kind of got a taste with this today to kind of see what that's like. So if you missed it, you got to watch it here. So,
Yep. And I am doing a breakout session at 2:30.
Yes.
So
Oh, thank you. What is that on?
that is about how to manage your mind. So we're going to be doing some pretty hands-on stuff. This is not just a lecture session at all. Like, we going in together is what we're doing.
Yes.
And I'm going to teach some skills. You're going to actually walk away with stuff that you can take home with you and do.
Wow. Well, I'm excited. So check that out. If not, you can get it through post-retreat access if you're not here. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. I will tag Tabitha in the comments or reach out to her with them. So thank you so much. Y'all have a good day. Bye.